And here is my first critiques to Allegri. Why you are down 2-1 against Pisa and you change Jimenez for Nkunku? Are you afraid of playing with 3 striker against the new promoted? You're playing at home in San Siro. You should play with 3 striker, in my opinion. You shouldn't just play with 2 striker, very conservative. You should play with 3. All attack. That match you have to win it. You are losing it right now. It doesn't matter if they do another counter attack and they score the 3-1. You have to win the match. Somehow then Athekame scored a goal in the last minutes. Luckily we got the 2-2, but guys, this is ridiculous. What is going on against the new promoted? You can see that this team is immature. Whenever we're facing a team that doesn't have we don't have psychologically the attention of being, okay, we are scared. This team, it's the Fiorentina, the Napoli, going to Udine, it is quite tough. So we need to play with our mind. As I can tell you, Atalanta, we're going to play a great game. I already know that because the mentality of the player is going to be switched on. But today against Pisa, it's my mind, it's blowing, it's exploding. Guys, this is a post-match live reaction. No script, we just go with the flow. Let me know what you think in the comments, because tomorrow, of course, we're gonna do a nice community reaction. I know you guys are gonna be on fire after this, because every single one of us wanted to have a victory tonight. Let's be fair. Okay, my hair are kind of funny. Man, what a shitty match. Well, let's start with the lineup. Milan played with the best lineup that it's available now, which is with Mike Maignan, with De Winter, with Tomori, with Pavlovic, and in the midfield, Modrić, Fofana, Ricci, Bartesaghi, Selemakers, and Jimenez and Rafael Leão as striker. On the other side, we had, I don't know the players of Spezia, but they play with a 3-5-2. I can tell you that I was scared about one single player that his name is Nzola, or probably you don't pronounce that, so just Zola. He scored a few years back, the year of the Scudetto, with the Spezia, 2-1 at home. And I remember I was talking to few of our community members, and I was like, man, this Nzola is always good. And he always delivers against Milan. Now, I don't know why, but he's always good against Zola. Now, on the other side, we have Santiago Jimenez that once again today everyone was waiting for him to play. This is the match where Santiago Jimenez is finally going to be scoring. This is the match that we need Santiago to score. Instead, absolutely trash. I don't remember a single shot of Santi. Even Nkunku, that subs in minus 76. Had a clear chance alone in front of the goalkeeper with a great assist of Rafael Leão, but still blocked by the defense of Pisa. Now, it's a horrible match that makes me feel extremely salty, as all of you are, because this is not acceptable, a draw against Pisa. How come you beat Napoli and then you don't beat a new promoted? Literally the first team on the top up there, AC Milan, against the last one. Never won a match. They draw 2 matches this season. 2. Against Verona, against Atalanta. They scored a total of 4 goals in the first 7 matches, and they scored 2 goals in one against us. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I can find a billion of excuses, but this is the karma that last match against Fiorentina kissed us, because that penalty is never a penalty. And tonight we conceded 2 goals. Clearly one was a penalty and the other one was a defense messed up completely. So our problem is still the defense and the injuries, I have to say, because tonight, if we had the Pulisic, the Rabiot, you will never lose this or draw this match. I'll be honest with you. You will never lose this match. I'm very happy because once again we saw. I'm very happy for the goal of Rafael Leão, that he feels inspired. probably for the first time throughout autumn since a very, very long time. We know that Rafa comes back in spring, in autumn is pretty shit. But he scored another great goal, and tonight, in my opinion, he was more alive than ever. I like that position for Rafa. I like that he's able to touch more, get more, possessions, create more. And I saw the limits of our midfield, guys. Ricci and Fofana are extremely average. Fucking hell, man. Let's talk about Fofana, all right? Fofana, it is a defensive midfielder. He doesn't have a football. It's like, okay, do you remember Musa last year that he was good at running? Okay, Fofana is good at physics and to steal ball. That's what he's good for. I can't stand the fact that sometimes he's like leading the attack or he's like running towards the box and he's like our attacking midfielder. Jesus, Fofana is not. He doesn't have a brain. He got 2 square foot instead of feet, okay? So, 2 bricks, literally. Number 1. Ricci, again, is always the same average performance of Ricci. Always, it's okay, he's 21, it's very young, but he's always extremely average. I don't remember shots. I don't remember a moment that was like, oh wow, he protected well the ball. He's like, yeah, they are in the midfield. Does it make it to the top 20 of Serie A? Not in my opinion. Does it make it to the Nazionale Italiana? Not in my opinion. Extremely average. Unfortunately, we didn't have any other substitution. Modrić, in my opinion, tonight, once again, MVP of the match. With maybe Rafa, because he scored a goal, but it's up there. Rafa, in my opinion, is Rafa, Modrić, and even Saelemaekers did. You can see that Saelemaekers, after minute 70, he was exhausted. We need a substitution, but we didn't have. And Allegri on this is a dinosaur. He doesn't change. Against Fiorentina we did 2 substitutions. Against Pisa we did 2 substitutions. He doesn't play Primavera. It's very dinosaur on this. Okay, so Tommy, actually, I was watching the match with him. He's like, get ready for Allegri because that is Allegri. That's what you get frustrated. He got his players, and if you're not in that players, in that list, they're not gonna see the field. If he doesn't trust them, that's it. And I get it, but I was expecting a little bit more of courage, especially when you're playing against a new promoted, and especially where you extremely dominated at the first half. You dominated the first half, and you should have scored at least another goal. Pisa in the second half came in with Cuadrado. That it felt like Cuadrado literally, I can see Cuadrado literally had 15 minutes in his body from the second half. In the second half, he played like when he was back in Juventus. He was very, very annoying on the left side. He dived already a couple of times. He was a pain in the ass for Saelemaekers that he had to cover that side. Extremely painful. Extremely painful. Pisa had the first 10 minutes of the second half great, and Milan, it felt like Milan of the last year. It felt Milan from last year. That's what I will say. That's what I will say. The first 15 minutes on the second half, but even the whole match, let's be honest, the whole match, it felt like a match from last season. It felt like a match of last season. And I get it. We don't have players, and we literally have one move tonight, which was Nkunku to play. And in my opinion, maybe we should have played with 3 strikers. That's the moment that you need to bring weight in the front, not just change and keep playing with 2. Also because you potentially, if you were playing with 3, you could have played Rafael really in his original position as a left winger. And he could cause some trouble, as we know. So it's the team, of course. It's a team that lost tomorrow night, and it's going to be Inter Napoli, probably from what I'm seeing. I don't see Napoli winning. I don't see a draw out there. Probably we're gonna lose the head of the Campionato. Let's be positive here and think that hopefully, because that's what I saw, the face of our boys under the Curva Sud, they were not happy. They were not happy at all. They knew that they could have done a little bit more. But that's good, because now we have a big match in Bergamo, and it's much more important psychologically. It's much more important playing Bergamo than at home against Pisa. So if I can pick, I will rather win in Bergamo if it's possible. I'm happy also with a draw in Bergamo, because remember, we are the team that we are. But last year we were 8th, so we can work as much as we can have luck as well sometimes. But at the end of the day, this is Milan. So I'm very curious to know, guys, what do you think of this match? Because I know some of those comments are going to be salty against Santiago Jimenez, against Allegri tactics. It's true. It's all true. Okay. So nothing bad, because eventually I'm happy for Athekame that scored a goal. I'm very happy for Athekame. I'm happy for the game of Bartesaghe generally. I'm happy for Salemakers, for Rafa, for Modrić, of course. Not very happy with the defense today. Beside Pavlovic, but Gabbia and Mike, they did a few mistakes there. And the Winter, of course, I liked it. I liked him until he conceded that goal, and I think after psychologically wasn't that easy to get back on his feet. But the Winter in the first half was perfect. I really liked it. Penalty, we know modern football, that's a penalty, guys. That's it's open hand, open arm. So that's it. Unlucky. Let me know, guys, what do you think of the match. Okay? Forza Milan sempre. Ciao.